Welcome to Cam Look, your bi-weekly dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Each weekday, a staff member or volunteer will be sharing an object from the permanent collection and posing questions for discussion. So please check back at 10 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays for a new work and a new conversation. The work of art that we'll be discussing today is called In the Park, painted by Frank Harmon Myers in 1927. This delightful impressionistic scene is, of course, Eden Park. In the early days, it was sometimes referred to as the People's Park, as it was the second largest urban park in the United States. Created in the 1870s for both the municipal waterworks and as a large green space for urban dwellers to enjoy fresh air and a temporary reprieve from the noise and the smoke of the crowded city. Interestingly, in the center of the painting resides the iconic bandstand, just a fixture in many Cincinnati parks for band music, vocal and performing arts, and which represented an important foundation of Cincinnati culture. This bandstand was built in 1914, is actually the third bandstand that was built in Eden Park, but would eventually yield to the even larger Season Good Pavilion in 1960, which we currently enjoy. It served as a focal point for family gatherings, picnics, and entertainment. So the gatherings in this painting, probably on a summer Sunday afternoon, reflect the fashionable dress of the 1920s. A family picnic nearby, and several groups just leisurely strolling the park pathways. The artist expertly captures the summer foliage and the resulting contrast in sunlight and shadow, of course, an impressionistic trademark. But what I find most interesting is the front view of the Cincinnati Art Museum building as it was originally constructed in 1886. The beautiful rough-hewn Romanesque stone structure designed by renowned Cincinnati architect James McLaughlin, with its red tile roof, dome, tower, and large arched entrance. Accompanied by a similarly designed Art Academy building directly behind the Art Museum, these institutions were a major influence on how Cincinnati became one of the leading art centers in the United States. Frank Myers, the artist, was a product of the Art Academy, both as a student and as a teacher. Of course, the Art Museum structure has changed many times since this painting, as the Adams Emery wing now nearly completely hides the original front view. Also, notice the streetcar just below the Art Museum's entrance. This streetcar line originated at Fountain Square. It rose up the Mount Adams incline, stopped at the Art Museum, and then traversed a high trestled bridge over Eden Park Drive and into Walnut Hills. Later on, the route would continue to the zoo. What an exciting adventure this must have been on a Sunday afternoon. Lastly, it was the Art Museum's librarian, Alice Palo Hook, who purchased this painting in 1972 to make the former library reading room more attractive. Rightfully so, this painting is now a part of the Cincinnati Art Museum's permanent collection and a wonderful memory of Eden Park's illustrious history. What are your special memories of either Eden Park or another park that evokes a simpler period of time?